Greetings. Okay, so this is the last part of putting together a creative writing. You have characters' names, and you want each name to have a very specific reason why you chose this name. So what I do, I Google, for example, if I want to come up with an Irish first name, I type in Irish first name meaning, and this is the first one that pops up behind the name. This is a really good website. Any name, um, any country, just put that on there, and it'll take you to this website. So, for example, so okay, there's an Irish name. It's an Irish form of Adam, um, and this name is an anglicized form of Ifric. Apologies if I pronounce this wrong. Um, and we got Aiden, we got Agnes, Eileen, Eilish, Andreas, like Andrew, so we got, yeah. So then also you take a look at not just the name, but also what does this name mean? For example, so this name could be from an old Irish name from the continent of Africa. It could be the name of two abbesses from Kildare in the 8th and 9th century. Again, apologies if I mispronounce this name. It was also home. It was also born by 12th century daughter of the King of Ireland, man who married Anglo-Norman knight John de Courcy. So yeah. So I also take a look at not just the way the name sounds, but also what is the meaning of this name. So, for example, if I want the character um, who, who the family sees them as the rock of the family, I might give this person this name. Um, something like that, Or if I want, oh, I want a name Eileen, but I want the Irish version of it. What is it? So, oh, okay, it's spelled Aileen. Um, so yeah, so that's how I came up with their names. Also, obviously with the first name you need the last name, so I'm like, okay, I need a list of all the Irish last names. What do they mean? Apologies for the advertisement. So you have last names such as Abraham, Agnew, Ahern. We've got Armstrong. We've got, yeah. So I go through each one of these. Like this one. What is, like, suppose I did not know what Abraham means. So it's comes from the Hebrew personal name Abraham. It's a biblical patriarch, revered the founding father of all Jewish people. Um, and by Muslims, founder of all Semitic people, both Hebrew and Arab. So yeah, so it has it's not just it's an Irish name. It's also we have um, yeah, other countries are other ethnicities are involved. So this Agnew is also like Irish and Scottish. So that's interesting, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm Scots Irish." So it's like, what does that mean? Um, yeah, there's not just a mixing of peoples or mixing of culture, but it's also a mixing of peoples. So we got Agnew. What does Agnew mean? It means action or activity. So yeah, if I want like a Irish family, they're go-getters. I would give them the last name Agnew, for instance. So that's how I do that. Um, Another one. I can also some of these names you can probably figure out what's his name, like Armstrong. Doesn't really. Okay, this doesn't really have that much, but like what does Baldwin mean? Let me see. Here you go. And oh, bold friend. That's what Baldwin means. Yeah, interesting. Because with me, I've got the music background, so I'm like Baldwin pianos. Oh, it means bold friend. That's good. So if I want somebody who's like a very bold, they're good friend, I might choose the last name Baldwin as their name. So yeah, there you go. Scottish names. So let me put this back here, going back to, this is like Irish last name, meaning, let me see if I can find another one here. Cause yeah, I can easily just spend hours just going through this. So we could do the same thing. Let me re-add this because I think I lost. So let me show you how to do this. So you just go Scottish last name meaning, or last Scottish first name. Okay. So again, behind the name, this is a really good website, and I'll link all these in the description box below. Same thing, Eileen, and Scottish name also Eileen. Um, Andrea, Ainsley, Alan. The meaning is not known for certain. So it was used in Brittany as early as 6th century, possibly means little rock or handsome, or it could be relate an Iranian people who migrated to Europe in the 4th and 5th century. So maybe yeah, Iranian people. So Alan, we got that. So yeah, and it also tells you it's English, Scottish, Breton, French, and Polish. So you see this name in a lot of places. And what does Alistair mean? It's Scottish. It's anglicized form of Alistair. Alistair. Scottish Gaelic form of Alexander. So you can type in and you can click on what does Alexander mean? Alexander could mean defending men or to defend help. Yeah, so this would be like a really, somebody who's like warm-hearted and kind, honest, hardworking, humble person. I could give them the name Alistair, and then I can say, hey, this person um, was born in, like, for example, Glasgow, Scotland, and in Scotland, his last name was Alistair, and then when he immigrated from Scotland to New York City, he went through Ellis Island. He had to change his name to sound more air quotes English or air quotes American. So he changed his name to Alexander. So it's something like that. So that's how I do this. Coming up with names. And then, yeah, so I want to know the meaning of that name. Does it fit that person's personality? I go for that. And then with the history, when they came to this country, they had to change their name. So this is the name that they changed to sound more air quotes American. And the Scottish last name, I take a look at this too. Take a look at their last name. So yeah, for example, Barclay. If I want, this person came from a forest or like a woodland clearing. There was birch. Their last name is Barclay. So, and this name was imported to Scotland in the 12th century. So it would be interesting to see what the history. What does this mean? Because same thing here. Well, Blackwood obviously means black wood. Blair means plain, field, battlefield. Bowie, it's anglicized form meaning yellow. So, and the Bowie knife, obviously, when I think of Bowie, I think of the Bowie knife. And in the British Museum, David Bowie, that's actually not his actual last name. His name was David Robert Jones, and he took his stage name from the American pioneer and the knife. So that also explains too. So yeah, you end up going down this rabbit hole. Like, I want to know what this name. What does this name came from? Well, what about this person? Is this person born with this last name, or did they change their name because they wanted to sound more, American, or they wanted, or they like this name? That's why they changed the name. Like Buchanan. Buchanan comes from Stirlingshire, Scotland, which means House of the Cannon. Because Buchanan, Chanan, it sounds like cannon, right? So yeah, it makes sense. Bu means house, and then cannon is cannon. So that makes sense. Burns comes from the Old English meaning stream or spring. So Robert Burns, so maybe his ancestors lived near a stream or spring, so that's where their last name is Burns. Calhoun is a variant of, I have no idea how to pronounce this one, but it means narrow corner or narrow wood in Gaelic. So yeah. Again, I can just spend hours just going through this. Campbell means wry or crooked mouth, which is interesting. The surname was later represented in Latin documents as de bello campo, meaning of the fair field. So it's something like that. Um, so yeah, Cochrane comes from Cochrane. Coburn comes from Let me see. Let me take a look at Coburn. Cockburn. It's a some of it came from a place in Berwickshire. The place means rooster and stream. Yeah, that makes sense. How because like roosters are sometimes called like the sound like roosters make cock-a-doodle doo. So that makes sense. The first part means rooster, last name means stream. Cockburn. So interesting. So car is a variant of cur. Cur means thick at the marsh. Okay. So again, I could just spend hours on this, which is what exactly what I did when I created my short story. I spent hours on these websites. I want to know this. What does this name mean? What does that name mean? And build a story around This is what kind of person what kind of person they are. The personality. Cameron means crooked nose. So it's like okay. And then another part of the story, we got Japanese names. And also they mentioned this name is female, or this name is male, or this name is non-binary. So I go based on that. So Aiko means love and affection. Aimi, Aina, Airi. Oh, okay. So yeah. Akane means deep red or dye from the rubia plant. Akari means bright. Village, white jasmine. So yeah, Akemi. Again, bright, beautiful. Aki could mean clear crystal, bright, light, clear, or it could mean autumn. That could mean second Asia, hope. So Akiko means clear crystal, bright light. It's a clear autumn child. Yeah. Akimitsu, bright light. Akio, bright luminous. Akida means bright. Yeah, meaning clear. Yeah, and the famous person obviously is the filmmaker Kurosawa, son. Um, so yeah. So Ami means second Asia. Also means beautiful. So yeah. I can just go through this so many hours. And the last name, Abe means meaning peace multiple times, or it could mean, depending on the kanji, it can mean peace, it can be part section. Akamatsu means red pine tree, red fir tree. Aoki means green or blue, and ki means tree or wood. So yeah. So take a look at this. And also please feel free to use this as like an inspiration if you want to write your own short story. And next episode, I'm going to start with the story. So my goal is to start this actual story next month. No promises, but yeah, I'm going to try more than my best to get this started. And if you have any questions, comments, constructive criticisms, let me know. And I shall see you next time. Take care.